What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 50, and of course today we do have a special video as we have hit 50 episodes in this series. So I want to say thank you very much to everyone that has been enjoying the series so far. Obviously it's not my main series, so it's not going to get as many views, but there's still a lot of you guys that really do enjoy this series. It is a little bit different to what I usually do, and that means a lot to me. So I do have a special video for you guys. We're going to have a few games in today's episode, and also the next game you'll see, which is against Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey semi-final second leg, is going to be a live highlights game. So a few games here and there. I don't know how long the video will be in total. It's going to be a longer video than usual regardless. Hopefully you'll enjoy it, and maybe I'll do something else as well if I get the time, but regardless, hopefully you enjoyed the special video, and yeah, there you go. But still, we are going to take on Sociedad for the first game of today's episode here in La Liga, and unfortunately for us, just 10 minutes in, Moises' men take the lead, and it was a really routine goal for us. You know, my defending, as I mentioned many times before, is not a strong part for me in my game, and this was really subpar. Look at that simple through ball there. There's no defensive cover in the central area. You cannot allow that, and Sociedad take the lead. So worst possible start for us in this game, but just a few minutes later here, David Concha's on the ball and plays it inside towards Mariano, towards Marian Saiz, back to David Concha. Concha turns Granero and gets himself inside. Quick through ball into Saiz, into Mariano, gets taken down. I thought there should have been a penalty, wasn't one given, and then the shot goes wide. So I thought there should have been a penalty there, not one given, and the follow-up shot did go wide. But in the 32nd minute, it wouldn't matter in the end, because we would indeed grab ourselves the equalising goal, and it came through Christian Fernandez. The goalkeeper came out to meet a corner and just got stuck in no man's land, and Fernandez had a simple volley. So we equalised just past half an hour mark. Really easy goal to score. Just, I don't know what the goalkeeper's doing there, and we do go ahead and make it 1-1. So back on level terms in this game, Christian Fernandez grabbing the goal, and it is Racing Santander 1, Sociedad 1. As you can see by my team as well, it was a really weak side, obviously because we did have the Real Madrid game in midweek, so everyone was quite tired, and we had to face Real Madrid again in a few days' time. I had to make a lot of changes, as I had to do all season really, so wasn't really surprised to see Sociedad take the lead, but I was glad to be back on level terms. And in the 55th minute here, 10 minutes after the restart, a really good chance for us from a free kick just outside the area. David Concha is standing up to take it. Can he squeeze it in at that near post? Unfortunately not, 'cause it goes just wide and behind for a goal kick. So 55 minutes gone, still 1-1. 78 minutes gone, still 1-1 in this game. A really tight, tense affair. Neither team looked like they were going to sneak it and get away from the other team. It looked like it was destined to finish 1-1, but in the 79th minute here, Christian Fernandez, the goal scorer for us, takes on his man, drills in a cross, and Oscar has a free header and has to hit the target there. A fantastic chance, and unfortunately for us, the header goes behind. So still Racing Santander 1, Sociedad 1, but with 6 minutes to go here, Oscar's on the ball for us, and a really good chance as it comes to Fede. Fede collects the ball, shoots it from range, and it hits the bar, comes down, and I thought for sure it went in over the line, but it wouldn't matter at the end, because Mitsuhiro Chalmers, who came off the bench, does get the goal that will surely win us the game, as he makes it 2-1. And although Fede's superb strike by the referee was not deemed to have crossed the line, Mitsuhiro Chalmers was on hand to score us what would surely be the winning goal, as he does give us the lead for the first time in this game. And I thought for sure when the Fede shot was taken, I was like, that's went in, and definitely crossed the line. It came back out, it wasn't given, but thankfully Chalmers, the right man in the right place, makes it 2-1 to Racing Santander. So surely we're going to go on to win the game, but unfortunately we wouldn't, because in the 90th minute they would indeed equalise through Johansson. A simple cross from the right hand side and a simple header as well. So we throw away the game late on, and we only have to get ourselves a point in this game. So it's a shame. I thought we were going to get 3, instead we only leave with 1, but it's not a bad result against a very decent side, and I guess we'll take it. It was tough, it was a shame to lose it in the 90th minute, but that's just one of those things. But still, the next game is the Real Madrid game. That's going to be live highlights games. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and I'll be back to do some more post commentaries after the game. Okay guys, so welcome to the live highlights game against Real Madrid here in episode number 50 for our Copa del Rey semi-final second leg tie El Sardinero. Of course, we won the first leg heroically at the Bernabeu by 1-0. So now we welcome the Giants back to our house, and how are we going to do? Well, you know, I don't really know what to say, because I'm not really feeling too optimistic at all. But then I'm sitting there thinking, we did beat them away from home, so there's no reason why we can't do it again. Still, in the other tie, Getafe lost to Atletico Madrid in the first leg at Getafe, so it looks as though Atletico Madrid will go through. So whoever goes through in this leg will probably face Atletico, and that will be either a Madrid derby in the final, otherwise Racing Santander against Atletico Madrid. But regardless, yeah, I don't really know how to feel because Real Madrid's team is just so much better than ours, and you know that they can turn a game on its head whenever they need to. And my team is relatively fit, isn't it? I mean, it's not great, but let's make a couple of changes there for pace and for Fede on the bench. Yeah, my team is not exactly fully fit, but it's fit enough, I guess. But yeah, like with Real Madrid's team, it is so much better than ours, and you know I can't see us that one. Yeah, I can't see us pulling off the shock. Yeah, I know we beat them at the Bernabeu, but you know in this second leg, you really do feel as though they're going to pull their fingers out and really go for us. But regardless, here's hoping we can do it. Obviously, you know it'll be our first chance of winning silverware in the series. It'll be our first final in the series if we can get through. Obviously, a reminder because of the away goal ruling in the Copa del Rey, it does mean if we lose tonight's game by let's say 2-1 or 3-2, or basically lose the game by a goal. By a scoreline which is other than just 1-0 to Real Madrid, it will mean that we will be going out on the away goal ruling. So if Real Madrid win tonight 1-0, we'll go into extra time. If we lose 2-1 or 3-2 or 4-3 or 5-4 and so on and so on and so on, then we'll go out on away goals. So that's just how it works in simple terms. And yeah, well, the game should determine it like that. So yeah, there you go. I don't know what to expect really. Like I really don't. And this is the thing. Like you know, usually when I have these sort of live highlights games or live commentaries, I'll be saying during this part of the game when we're sort of seeing the players come out and the lineups, I'll say yeah, I think we probably can win tonight, or I'll say you know we're probably going to lose tonight, or whatever. But I literally have no idea because if we get off to a really fast start like we did the Bernabeu, there's no reason why we couldn't go on to win it. But if we get off to a disastrous start and they score in the first 10 minutes, for example, you better believe we're going to be under pressure for the rest of the game. But still, I don't know. I'm sort of half and half. There's shades of optimism, but I'd say that my usual pessimistic self is sort of really nervous about the game. But still, I really do want to go through because I really want to get to our first final. Let's look at Real Madrid's team as well. As you can see, it's unbelievable. So yeah, it's going to be Jesse Rodriguez up top, isn't it? And James Rodriguez playing with Modric there in a CM position. So that team is just unbelievable. So, yeah, I don't know. I really do want to get through because I really do want to get to a final for the first time in the series. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to have to be on my game regardless. But still, hopefully you enjoyed this live highlights game. Obviously, quite a few things to get through in episode number 50. And, of course, I really do hope you enjoy the rest of the video as well. But for this part, hopefully you really enjoy us play against Real Madrid in this Copa del Rey semi-final second leg. And here's hoping for the most part we can go ahead and get the win or get the draw and get ourselves through to the Copa del Rey final. So as soon as Real Madrid will kick off, we'll get ourselves underway and we'll see what we can do. I'm not going to go defensive from the first few minutes. I'm going to stay on balance for the time being, not go counter-attacking either, just stay on default and see how we do. But if Real Madrid put us under a lot of pressure early on, then I will go defensive. Still, here's Ronaldo, and he's gone down, and I don't think it is a penalty, but a little cause for concern there. There's Real Madrid to mop up and find Rodriguez. Modric, Falcao, Modric, Falcao. Oh, it's off the bar. What a chance for Real Madrid to take an early lead, and Falcao hits the bar. Fantastic strike from just outside the area there. And in the 9th minute, Real Madrid almost take the lead, which they're going to need. Dear oh dear. 24 minutes in, I'll take this. Still 0-0 here. Over 2 legs, still 1-0 up. Real Madrid's only real chance coming through that Falcao chance, which did hit the woodwork, and now Ronaldo. Oh, what a save! Dear oh dear, just talking about chances, Ronaldo has a golden one there. Seriously, that was quick triangle holding there to bring out Ruben Blanco, shut down the angles, and it was a great save in the end. Here's Rodriguez. Oh, Blanco going flying into that challenge there. That was a poor decision by me. Oh, thank goodness for that. I'll tell you what, on another day, that could have been a red. I think I'm pretty lucky there. I went flying in with Blanco. There was no need for that. I don't know why I tried to win the ball back so energetically, and that's actually not that bad, is it? It's not that bad of a challenge. I thought it was a 2-footed one from behind. Actually, it's not bad at all. Still booking, doesn't help. And silly decision regardless. Oh, drops for Falcao. Oh, Falcao scored. Real Madrid have scored, and that is just a simple goal. Really poor defending, and the one man you don't want it to drop to is that man Falcao. dear, oh dear, what on earth happened there? The ball came in, I tried to clear it away, I was tapping circle furiously, and as it dropped to Falcao, a first time strike through a crowded area of bodies, and Blanco is rooted to the spot, so that is just a simple goal. You see it drop there after the header, and Falcao just drills it in. I think it's kind of hard to blame the goalkeeper when you've got 3 bodies in front of you, but it is pretty much straight at the goalkeeper, so it does go through the legs of the defender. It's kind of hard to blame the goalkeeper there, considering how powerful the shot was and the fact it was close range and there was bodies in front of him. But on another day, you might expect your goalkeeper to save that. Regardless, Real Madrid are in front, and we have lost our lead on aggregate. And going into half-time, that is just the worst feeling, you know, seriously. We were riding the storm. I mean, there wasn't actually much storm to ride, really, in fairness. We were doing enough, though, to hold on to our lead going into the second half. And just like that, terrible defending. Oh, wow. Terrible passing. Terrible defending. And if you want terrible goalkeeping. And Real Madrid are in front. That's a shame. 1-0. Have to get it back in the second half, man. Seriously, because I know they're really going to crank it up in the second half. This is not a good feeling. Here is Falcao. Madrid wins it back. I knew Falcao was going to be a danger man. I knew he was definitely going to be one of the main threats for us. Oh, what a turn. Torres. Quick ball. Oh, Buenacasa, please. Buenacasa. Oh, he scored. Buenacasa scores. Gets in. This guy had the worst first half of the season we could have imagined. And in the second half, I don't know what his record is now, but what a fantastic finish into the bottom corner. Casillas got a foot on it, but he couldn't stop it. And, oh my goodness, yeah, it deflects off the foot of Casillas, but he can't save it. It does take a small deflection off the Real Madrid player as well. Still a good finish in all fairness, because it was going towards that corner. Blanco can celebrate, relieve man there, and we are back in front on aggregate and on level terms on night. So, as things stand, we're going through. Get in, exactly what we wanted, isn't it? Hitting back directly from the goal, back on level terms on the night, back in front on aggregate, and most importantly, going through to that Copa del Rey final if things stay as they are. But we don't want to concede. Oh, straight from the goal. And Blanco with a good save there. And there is half-time. So, very weird, but there wasn't actually that much to talk about in the first half until late on. I mean, really, it was quite a poor game. Falcao hitting the bar. There was another chance as well around the first half of the first half, around the 25-minute mark. And then, other than that, nothing apart from those 2 goals and then that late save by Blanco. So, half-time, Racing Santander 1, Real Madrid 1. As things stand, we're going through. And as you can see by the stats, pretty surprising to think that, isn't it? But that's the scenario. That's how things are working out right now, which is great for us. We'll leave it as it is in terms of changes. We'll probably make some in about 15-20 in-game minutes time if we need to, fresh legs and whatnot. And here is hoping, touch wood, that things stay the same as we go into the second half. This is very, very nice passing to begin the half with as well. And Aguza, oh, lovely ball. Buenacasa, he's tackled. And Varane gets it away. What a start it could have been had we had a nice passing build-up towards the goal there. Ronaldo inside. Marcelo takes on Albentosa. In it goes. Blanco, a big header away. And now come Real Madrid. Modric, great save. Blanco on the rebound. Oh, it's blocked by Blanco and the ball's in the back of the net, but the flag is already raised for offside against Jesse Rodriguez. And the goal will not count. It was Falcao who turned it in the end, and as you can see, Rodriguez is offside at the time. Modric takes the shot. So, correct decision. And good save by Blanco. And still, we are in front on aggregate. Modric inside to Rodriguez here. And that's a great ball by Rodriguez, and Real Madrid should be back in front. What a miss that is. Brilliant chance, and thankfully for us, the shot goes wide. And it is still 1-1. Massive miss there from De Tomas, who only just came on the pitch as well. Great chance. Falcao's coming off for Markkanen. That's great. That's really good. Come on, Aguza. Albentosa the target. Wins it. Oh, he scored! What a header! This guy is a beast in the air. He's one of the best centre-backs I have or have ever owned for aerial ability. This guy is just crazy. What a header that is. He's so strong. Aguza's corner. Look at that. Meets it. Going backwards. Generating the power on the header. And clipping the underside of the bar past Casillas, over the head of Marcelo, cannons down off the ground, into the roof of the net. Racing Santander 2, Real Madrid 1. Unbelievable header. And we are 2-1 1 up in this game, 3-1 on aggregate, and that means that in the next half an hour, well, under half an hour now, Real Madrid must need to score 2 goals. Because 1 goal won't be enough, they'll need to score 2 goals to go through on away goals. Otherwise, we're going through. Crazy. And there's a ball towards Andy Kepa. That's a lovely turn. Kepa. Oh, he's round him and shoots. And Casillas saves Buena Casa. Oh, it's right down Casillas' throat. But he's offside anyway, so it don't matter. Oh my goodness. Seriously, after the start Real Madrid made, I was thinking this is going to be a really difficult half for us. And we almost scored 2 goals in quick succession. Still, we're in front. Take the positives. Real Madrid need to score 2 more goals. Bale. Rodriguez. Oh, that's a nasty little nick there, as Ronaldo doesn't want to have the free kick, which is a surprise. Arbeloa into Ronaldo. Now back to Arbeloa. Ronaldo, maybe he thinks there's something better, and there could be, because the cross comes in, it's flicked down, and Rodriguez, his shot is deflected, and it goes onto the roof of the net. And Real Madrid having a chance there. Big block, though, from Albentosa. That man is a wall. There's a man running through there. Oliver Torres, isn't it? Yes, it is. Man in the centre. Buena Casa flicks it backwards. Oh, I thought Fernandes was there. Waiting. That's why I flicked it backwards, and he wasn't. And now here come Real Madrid. Great challenge, Delgado off the bench. Come on, keep going again. Make another challenge. Okay, just make sure he forced them back over their own halfway line. Yes, Torres. No, Torres. Kroos. Going to go ultra defensive now. Need to be panicking. Park the bus, actually. We're going to need to park the bus because Real Madrid are going to come at us strongly with Marcelo. Shots blocked. Oh, it's fallen all the way to Gareth Bale. And Real Madrid have scored. And Bale is going to sprint back to the halfway line because Real Madrid are back in this game. And with just over 5 in-game minutes, Real Madrid could possibly... Is he on? Yeah, he's definitely onside. Could possibly go ahead and crush our dreams. Gareth Bale, the Welshman, putting it in. And the former Spurs and Southampton man makes it Racing Santander 2, Real Madrid 2. Blanco's not happy about it, but mate, you got to get up because you've got another 5 in-game minutes. And as things stand, we are still going through. So come on, this is going to be a real test now of defensive ability and how you can hold your nerve. What I want to do really is eat as much clock as possible. So literally just pass the ball around and make it so hard for Real Madrid to get the ball back off us and get a chance. So if we can just keep hold of the ball, simple passing, and oh no, I said simple passing, not playing the ball into a Real Madrid man. Oh man, I just know it's going to happen. Come on, we are so close. In it goes, Blanco away. I think Real Madrid are probably going to get 1 or possibly 2 more good chances. Still, okay for a mile out, as per usual, L1 and circle. See what you can do over the bar. Oh, man. Can we hang on? So close. If it ends here, it's just going to be an absolute disaster. One of the most hurtful career mode experiences you can have. Up it goes. Oh, no. Come on. Cover back, Delgado. Don't just stand there and look at the ball. Ronaldo's ball in. Albentosa away. Is that it? It is it. It's all over. Final score, Racing Santander 2, Real Madrid 2, 3-2 on aggregate. We are through to the Copa del Rey final, our first final in club and country. Oh my goodness. What an incredible game that is, man. Seriously. Turned it on its head with the Albentosa goal. Bale gave us some cause for concern late on, but we held on. It was a tough one. Real Madrid deserved to win. There's no doubt about that. Blanco pulled out a couple of great saves as well. And we do manage to make it through. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. So we'll take on either Getafe or Atletico Madrid. Almost certainly going to be Atletico Madrid in the final. In fact, if we just advance one day, it'll come through, won't it? So let's have a look who we're facing in the final. Is it Getafe or Atletico Madrid? Oh, it's gone the wrong way. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Atletico Madrid. Gone the wrong way, haven't I? Oh, this takes ages. Come on. It is indeed Atletico Madrid. So, Racing Santander versus Atletico Madrid final. And, yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. But we've knocked out Barcelona. We've now knocked out Real Madrid. So there's no reason why we can't knock out Atletico as well. But that is going to be the end of this live highlights part of today's episode, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed that game against Real Madrid. Hopefully you are just as delighted as I am to be going through to the Copa del Rey final, our first chance of silverware. And I'll be back in just a moment's time for the rest of the video, where I'll be taking on Sevilla. Oh, let's take a look at Pedro Obiang's stats. Wow, 79 overall. He's coming in next year on a free. Get in. What a signing that is. Thank you very much to you guys for recommending me this player. Get in. Very happy about that one. Straight in the middle of our park. So yeah, anyway, I'll be back in just a moment's time. We'll have the rest of the video, and hopefully you enjoy that as well. So I do really hope you enjoyed that game against Real Madrid. What a fantastic game it was. 2-2 the final score, and of course we are through to the Copa del Rey final on aggregate by 3-2. So absolutely delighted after the game, but we could not dwell on that fantastic night for too long, because just 2 days later we had yet another game, and another big game as well, taking on Sevilla here. As you can see, 14 games to go. We're in 4th, Sevilla in 5th, both teams with 44 points I think it was. And it could not be close, could not be tighter at the top of the table, because I still don't think we can get to the Champions League places, but last year I didn't think we'd get to the Europa League places, and look what happened. So you certainly can't doubt us. But regardless, we do take on Sevilla. The first chance fell in the 38th minute here, and again we did have a backup side out there. Only Ruben Blanco and Bigaz, I think it was, started from the game against Real Madrid because of the fitness reasons, and the first chance did fall to us, conscious strike being well saved by the goalkeeper, and it was still goalless here. And 3 minutes later, another good chance here as Sevilla get on the ball and give it away stupidly, and Tunkara rise a challenge, finds Mariano back to Tunkara, lovely back heel to Granero, back to Tunkara, great quick build up, and Tunkara runs forward and scores to make it 1-0 just before half time. So of course we loaned Tunkara from Lazio in the January transfer window. We do have that £1.25 million future fee arranged with the Italian club as well if we want to sign him on a permanent deal at the end of the season, and I mentioned a few times I'm not too sure about it, but that's now his third goal for the club in, I think he's only had 6 or possibly 7 starts, so not a bad return for the guy on loan, and I'm definitely thinking about making him a permanent signing come the end of the season. But regardless, in the 44th minute here we go on the break after a fantastic challenge after the corner was only partially dealt with, and his Tunkara runs forward here. He's got a lot of pace, well, enough to beat the defender regardless, but unfortunately the finish was poor and the shot was saved. So still 1-0 in this game, but still looking quite threatening and looking the better side. And just past the hour mark here, Sevilla had another corner which they crossed into the box. It's not fully dealt with, and the header goes wide of Ruben Blanco's post and behind for a goal kick. So it was kind of interesting, you know what I mean, because in this game, playing the backup side, taking on the side directly below us, both teams have very similar records. I was expecting them to be, you know, really playing on the fact we only had a backup side out there and really looking very strong. Instead, they were sort of sitting off us a lot, not playing a high press game and just letting me sort of pass the ball around. You can see here, the way the AI defenders, they're not really closing me down really quickly. And as we cross the ball in there, Mariano's header goes over the bar and behind for a goal kick as it's still 1-0. They weren't really looking energetic and, you know, full of life, trying to make sure they could put us under as much pressure as possible. And in the 70th minute, they come forward again, this shot being blazed over the bar. And, you know, for the most part, this was their game plan, really. Whenever they did have chances, they were restricted to long range attempts and, you know, long balls into the box, which if they were dealt with, they were dealt with quite comfortably. If they weren't, they didn't have the best of chances. That was a golden opportunity there though, after the Ruben Blanco save, and the header went over the bar. But for the most part, I felt it was relatively comfortable. You know, I mean, weathering the storm wasn't really that difficult in this game. And again, another good chance did fall here, this header going inexplicably over the bar. That really should have hit the target there, and it was still 1-0. And to be honest, you know, as I mentioned, just wasn't enough pressure from Sevilla. And it's the weird thing about this game, you know, because sometimes when you play against an AI team that really are desperate to score a goal, they'll throw every single body forward, they'll look really threatening, but in this game they left it way too late for anything. That was the best chance there, and Bia's header hitting the post and going behind for a goal kick. They left it way too late if they were going to have any kind of real late surge to try and grab themselves an equalising goal, and in the end, Tunkara's goal in the first half separates the two teams and we win the game by 1-0. So obviously very pleased with that. Again, I still don't know, with 13 games to go, I still don't know whether we're going to be claiming that last Champions League place in 4th place. It's certainly not going to be 1st, 2nd or 3rd. But regardless, we're doing enough right now to keep us in the top 4, which is crazy. But we'll just have to wait and see how the season finishes. But regardless, take on Arsenal here for the next game. And, you know, taking on Arsenal in the Europa League round of 32, obviously they'd be one of the more difficult sides we've faced this year. But to be honest, after knocking out Real Madrid on on our way to the Copa del Rey final. After beating Sevilla with a backup side, meaning all the players were fresh, I came into this game, and I wouldn't say we were going to be favourites, no doubt about it, after looking at Arsenal's team, but I certainly felt quite confident of our chances of pulling off yet another shock. We've had so many this season, and I felt we could pull off another one here, and we showed it just 3 minutes in, getting off to a bright start. Buena Casa going forward and forcing the Polish goalkeeper Szczesny into a good save, and to keep it goalless there. Buena Casa was denied by a good stop. It was still 0-0, but we made the bright start. We came out of the blocks flying, but unfortunately for us, in the 12th minute, Coquelin, I mean, I tell you what, that is a ball and a half. And you know, the AI are very reluctant to cross the ball on this game unless they are close to the close to the wings down the edge of the area, and they're running out of play and they need to get the ball in the box quickly before they get closed down. But Coquelin had space. I was expecting him to cut back inside, and instead, what a ball that is. That's exactly why he didn't cut back inside. What a cross. That is one of the best crosses I've ever seen an AI player deliver. And the Ox at the far post has, 2 yards between him and the goal line, and he just levers the ball, trying to take the goal net off there, and makes it 1-0. So an easy finish for Oxlade-Chamberlain, but what a ball by Coquelin, and it is Racing Santander 0, Arsenal 1. So Arsenal grabbed themselves an away goal in this Europa League tie, and after the first chance we had, that was not good for us to concede just a few minutes later. Oliver Torres then scored a nice goal here after some lovely build-up, but unfortunately Szczesny made another good save and kept the score at 1-0. And in the 44th minute here, as we try and get this cross away, Giroud flicks it on. Aaron Ramsey finds Jack Wilshere. Wilshere holds it up and finds the Ox, the goal scorer, back into Wilshere, who strikes it. It's straight down the throat of Ruben Blanco, and to go on a counter-attack really quickly, kick it forward. Buena Casa lays it on towards Oliver Torres here. Torres body feints around one, holds it up, finds Sergio Buena Casa, now Aguza's on the ball, fake shots around Coquelin, keeps holding the ball, rolls it off towards Keiko, down the left-hand side. What a cross this is, and what a miss this is. Oh my goodness, seriously, Coquelin's cross was great. This one was just as good. Keiko's ball getting past Mertesacker, finding Oliver Torres with a free header 6 yards out, and he puts it into the side netting. What a chance to make it 1-1. And would that goal end up coming to haunt us? Because in the 89th minute, Arsenal did almost grab themselves a second goal here, as it remained 1-0, and they look very, very threatening, looking to kill the game off and possibly kill the tie off as well with a second away goal. Theo Walcott was denied by a great save by Ruben Blanco, keeping us in the game and possibly keeping us in the tie, because the game does finish Racing Santander 0, Arsenal 1, and a big save by Blanco does ensure that going back to the Emirates, our first trip to England in this series, we are still in this tie. We're only a goal down. It's going to be hard work, no doubt about that, but that man there, Oliver Torres, I mean, all I could think of during the second half and during the rest of the game, and after the game even, was, had I scored that goal, had I put the ball in the back of the net there like I should have done, things could have been much different in that game. But regardless, we're still in the tie, and that's the main thing. But still, we take on Espanyol for the next game here, the penultimate game of today's long episode. We do take on Espanyol back in La Liga, and again, look at my team. I'm telling you, man, seriously, you may think I'm just messing around with you and the fatigue isn't that bad. Seriously, it's awful. There are so many players on yellow stamina after like every single game. It's so frustrating. We take on Espanyol though, away from home. Coming into this game, despite losing the last one, I still felt relatively confident. Of course, our last league victory with our backup side was a win against Sevilla, so there's no reason why we couldn't be Espanyol. I still fancied our chances, but there are some games in this series which, as I mentioned before, they're not going to live long in the memory. We've had some fantastic ones which we'll always look back on and say what a game that was, but there are some which have been so poor we never want to think about. And to be honest, this one was definitely one of them, because the first chance fell to Tunkara just before half time and the shot was really poor. It went wide of the post, and then 2 minutes after the restart here, Granero's on the ball. Nice build up, finds Mariano. Mariano keeps on going and shoots and puts the shot wide, and it's still goalless. So 2 chances that were half chances if nothing else really. And 10 minutes before the end, the final chance fell here with Espanyol coming forward. Moreno sliding it inside towards Montanes. Now Canaz on the ball, plays it over the top towards Caicedo, and his volley goes wide. And it was how the game finished. Espanyol 0, Racing Santander 0. And I tried to glorify some games, even if they do finish 0-0, and say, oh, the scoreline didn't reflect what happened in the game. It was actually quite action-packed, just there were no goals. No, this was rubbish. That was a terrible, terrible game. I felt bad after the game, knowing I was going to have to look through 90 in-game minutes worth of barely anything to try and find you some highlights, to be honest. But regardless, at least they got the game out of the way back in time for the more important one, which is the last game of today's episode against Arsenal in the Europa League round of 32, second leg. So coming to London to take on Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium does doesn't it look good in next-gen graphics? Coming to Arsenal, a goal down in the tie. We weren't out of it. We were not out of this tie. We've come from goals down before to win games, so there's no reason why we couldn't do it in 90 minutes here in a fresh new game away at the Emirates. And looking at Arsenal's team, it was the same team they put out against us at El Santander, so a very strong team. Obviously, we'd have to watch Coquelin and Oxlade-Chamberlain as they were the two standout players from the first game. But coming into this game, I did feel the optimism. You know, despite drawing the last game and losing the one before that, so 2 games without a win, I still felt confident coming into this game with our first team back out there. We were very close against Arsenal at El Santander. Had Oliver Torres not missed that great chance with my poor heading ability, then we definitely would have at least claimed a draw in that game. So coming to this game, I was filled with relative optimism, and the first chance did fall to us as well in the 19th minute as we win the ball here and go on the counter, and Oliver Torres puts Mertesacker on the floor, and as he holds the ball up, he slides it through towards Sergio Buenacasa, stops the ball, turns Monreal and scores, and makes it Arsenal 0, Racing Santander 1. 20 minutes in, this guy has had a fantastic couple of months. It's another big goal for Sergio Buenacasa, lovely from Oliver Torres as well. Gotta say, ever since moving him to a more central position, he's been such a better player, and Buenacasa finessing the ball past Szczesny in the first half of the season. He would have put that miles wide, but this time he keeps his head and makes it 1-0 to Racing Santander. So I wanted a fast start, I got a fast start. We're 1-0 up at the Emirates, it's 1-1 on aggregate, and we are still in this tie, even more so now, back on level terms on aggregate as it is 1-1, and Giroud hit the bar in the 28th minute, and in the end the ball did go in the back of the net through Danny Welbeck. The former Manchester United striker puts the ball into the back of the net, but he's disallowed by the offside flag, and at first I was surprised because I couldn't see where the offside came from. But as you'll see, it's from the follow-up header from Giroud, which was flicked into Welbeck's path. It's very tight, but he's just offside. So correct decision, and thankfully so, and it is still 1-0 in this game. But in the 67th minute here, Arsenal come forward with Jack Wilshere down the left-hand side. Hector Bellerin wins it back for us, and we try and go on the counter, and we do so with an absolutely wonderful build-up there. Superb passing between 4 players, and the Kappa has the pace on Monreal. First-time cross, and Sergio Buenacasa is denied a dream second goal by a fantastic stop by Szczesny. Had he scored that, it would have been 2-0, and Arsenal would have to score 2 goals due to the away goal ruling. So almost grabbing ourselves the goal that surely would have put us through to the next round, but it was still 1-0. And 12 minutes before the end, Dos Santos off the bench here for Arsenal rolls it through towards Mesut Ozil, and what a save it is by Blanco to deny the German. He's been a superb goalkeeper all season, and that's just another display of a very fine save. So good stop by Blanco, and it's still 1-0. But with 3 minutes to go, and extra time looming large, Arsenal get on the ball, and Debussy holds it up before finding Laurent Koscielny, and the French pairing keep holding the ball. Mesut Ozil plays it forward here. We get it away, but Ozil regains possession. Arsenal building a chance here. Coquelin finds Koscielny. He finds Alexis Sanchez, and again, Ruben Blanco is the saviour. How many times have I said that this season? Another big stop by Ruben Blanco, turning it over the bar and keeping it at 1-0 to Racing Santander. So with 30 seconds on the clock here, still 1-0, and as things still, we were going into extra time. From the corner it's crossed in, Mertesacker flicks it backwards, Coquelin's on the ball, make a tackle. It's last ditch defending here as Debussy finds Coquelin finds Mesut Ozil. Ozil keeps holding the ball, he's waiting and waiting and waiting, he finds Danny Welbeck who offloads it, and Laurent Koscielny breaks Racing Santander hearts with a goal in stoppage time to make it Arsenal 1, Racing Santander 1. And I was just devastated because we weren't going through if we stayed at 1-0, but we were going into extra time where anything can happen. The lottery at the penalty shootout as well, and in the end, Laurent Koscielny, of all players, I don't know what his finishing stat is, but I'm certain it can't be that high, but regardless, there is nothing, absolutely nothing you can do. Alban Toza trying to block it, can't get there. It's through a couple of bodies, and Ruben Blanco, he's never getting to that strike. What a goal by the Arsenal defender, and he makes it 1-1 on the night and 2-1 on aggregate. So absolutely devastated. The number 6 grab in the goal. And it was just one of those where, you know, I don't rage in FIFA, I don't get mad, I don't get aggressive, but you better believe that after that goal went in, I just didn't want to play anymore. I was just gutted. We were so close to extra time, and I know we probably may have gone on to lose the game in extra time. We may have won it, you never know. But at least we would have got there, and at least, you know, we keep the dream alive. Anything can happen. But in the end, Koscielny with a late goal, breaking our hearts, sending us home, and Arsenal go through to the round of 16. So we're out of the Europa League. It's devastating because we were so close to extra time, and again, anything can happen. And of course, the lottery of the penalty shootout as well. But in the end, Koscielny's wonder strike settles the teams. We go out sadly, and Arsenal go through. But that is going to end the episode, so thank you very much for watching episode number 50, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy today's special video, then please do leave a like, as it is much appreciated, and it really, really does help my channel out. And I will see you for the next episode of Club and Country, which will of course be episode number 51 very soon.